and welcome back to Lamoni, Iowa. A play was just ran by the Doane Tigers. It was a flip to the outside, to the far sideline by Tristan Graff, and no gain on the play, so it's going to be 3rd and 8 here for the Doane Tigers at their own 27. I want to apologize, folks. The score is not 21-0. It's 21-3. Doane got a field goal earlier on in the game, so they trail by 18 points. 3rd and 8 from their own 28-yard line. Taking the snap is Kerwin. Fires it in the flat. It's caught by the tight end, and a nice tackle. It was Tristan Graff on the catch. Getting in there on the tackle. Looked like it was number 23, Darby Robertson. So it's going to be 4th and 2 now. And you know they're going to have to punt this one. They're not even out across the 35-yard line yet in their own territory. So now they'll have to punt it. They'll bring out the punter again, Kellen Meyer, who got a pretty good punt on the last deep one. Standing back to receive the kick. Looks like it's going to be Jalen Poinson again. He returned the last kick for about 5 yards. Meyer gets it off high in the air. This one's going to bounce. Fair catch. It's muffed. It's muffed by Graceland. This could be Doane football here. This could be Doane football, and it is Doane football. The punt is muffed by number 11, Jalen Poinson, and it's recovered by the Tigers. So Doane gets a lucky break early in the second quarter with 13:32 to play in the first half. They trail by 18, but a touchdown here would go a long way for Doane. That's now 2 muffed punts, one for both teams coming in the first half of this game. So Doane's offense will come back onto the field. Kerwin with Tristan Graff lined up to his right. Trips on the near sideline. Kerwin takes a snap, looks to the near sideline. Now takes off over on the right side. He's going to run it himself and get all the way down to the 28-yard line. As he runs out of bounds, that's a gain of 2 on the play, and it's 2nd and 8. So it's interesting to see here. They're using a lot more of number 22, Tristan Graff. And we haven't seen Frazee Wynn come out and run the football in a little bit here. Frazee Wynn must just be getting rest. Doane in the shotgun now. Graff lined up to the right of Kerwin. They take the snap, they hand it off to Graff, cutting it upfield and jumping forward all the way down to the 25-yard line. They officially mark it at the 26. Correction, it's going to be a 3rd and 6 coming up here for Doane at the Graceland 26-yard line, and they have to get down to the 19. Well, Doane has been in a lot of third down situations here in this game. If they can pick one up here, maybe that'll flip the switch. They haven't been able to pick up a third down conversion yet. 2 other third downs were negated for offsides penalties and pass interference. Kerwin looking. Oh, this is going to be a false start here on Doane. This is going to be a false start over on the left side of the offensive line. It's going to be number 58, Joseph Neal, the junior lineman. This is going to back Doane up 5 yards here. It's going to end up making it a 3rd and 11 for Doane. So Joseph Neal is the starting left tackle for the Tigers. He's a junior, and you just think that you hate to see it because these are mental mistakes by Doane here that really cannot be afforded in the situation that they're in. Kerwin with a man in the backfield, the running back, takes a snap. Kerwin getting pressured, steps up in the pocket. The throw over the middle is incomplete, intended for Payne on the play, and went in and out of his hands. The coverage there from Justin Hooper. And it's 4th and 11 here, and we have a downed Tiger on the play. Looks like it's number 94, Eric, or rather that's, can't quite tell who that is, but we're going to take a quick break here for the injured Tiger with 12:02 to go in the second quarter. It's 21-3 in favor of Graceland over Doane. This is All Red 99.5's coverage of Doane college football. Welcome back to All Red 99.5's coverage of Doane college football. Injured on the play was the senior left guard, James Caslon. He was helped off by the training staff. It looks like now it'll be the freshman Landon Graves coming in to take his place, number 74. So we will see what ends up happening here for Doane on 4th down. They're going to go for this one, folks. Kerwin on 4th down takes the snap, looks downfield. He takes a shot on the far sideline. The pass is caught at the 17-yard line. Making the catch is Jeremiah Payne. It's going to be a first down. So Doane goes for it on 4th and long, and they convert the first down. Jeremiah Payne with a nice catch and an even better throw by Cruz Kerwin. He seems like he's starting to get his rhythm a little bit offensively here. He's just a sophomore, still technically an underclassman, but he's playing right now like he's an upperclassman. 2 on the near side. Doane lined up in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Take the handoff, play action, quick throw in the flat to the tight end, Nate Fox. On the near side, he gets down to the Graceland 12-yard line. That's a pickup of about 6 yards on the play, and it'll set up a 2nd and 4. Isaiah Slaughter, number 31 on the tackle there, the sophomore for Graceland. Yellow Jackets defense has been playing really well so far, but Doane is looking poised to try and potentially score their first touchdown of the season. Trips on the far sideline for the Tigers. Kerwin takes a snap, looks to the far sideline. Pass is caught by Payne, racing on the far sideline and getting down to the 6-yard line. That's going to be a first down for Jeremiah Payne. Jeremiah Payne was wide open on that play. And then once he got some separation, he was able to make a play with his legs. It's 1st and goal at the 6 for the Tigers, looking poised and confident to claw their way in for a touchdown. Doane lined up in the shotgun again. Graceland looks a little confused defensively here, and they're going to take a timeout. They had to take a timeout there. They were very confused defensively. Doane was ready to attack, and Graceland uses their first timeout of the half with 10:02 to go in the first half. 21-3 is the score. Graceland in favor of your Doane Tigers. I want to thank more of our sponsors. This game is sponsored by Jay's Oil and Propane in Crete. By Crete Ace Hardware, the helpful hardware folks. Ken's YouSave Pharmacy, caring for you and about you. Crete Area Medical Center, Friend and Wilbur Clinics. Citibank and Trust in Crete, member FDIC. Pinnacle Bank of Crete, member FDIC. And this game is sponsored by Stop and Shop in Crete. Fast and fresh and fun. So Graceland had to take a timeout after their defense was very confused here. Doane was lined up in the shotgun on 1st and goal. And there was one player, it looked like it was number 6, Reggie Wilson, who was running off the field when I think he should have still been on it. Number 10, Jaden Gilliland, the senior, looked a little confused. He was running around in the backside of the end zone trying to find a man to mark. So Doane's going to line up in the shotgun again here. Standing behind Kerwin is Tristan Graff, the running back. 2 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. They hand it off, and running up the field and getting into the end zone is Tristan Graff for the touchdown. His first touchdown rush of the season. Had no touchdown rushes last year, and Tristan Graff gets the first touchdown of the season for the Doane Tigers. It's a 6-yard touchdown rush. And Doane is clawing their way back into this game. It's one mistake from Graceland that has turned the tide of this game, a muffed punt, and Doane capitalizes on it. And now it's Meyer on for the extra point, his first extra point of the season, and the kick is good. He was 92% on extra points last season, and he's 1 for 1 now this season. So it's a 6-yard touchdown run from the junior running back Tristan Graff, his first of the season, and the score is 21-10. Graceland in front, but Doane strikes back. We'll be right back after this on All Red 99.5. To kick it off after a 6-yard touchdown rush from Tristan Graff, the junior, able to get in the end zone for the Doane's first touchdown of the season. Graceland leads 21-10. On to kick here for Doane is Meyer. On to receive back at his own 8-yard line is number 3 Trey Blake for Graceland. This kick is deep. Blake looks, and he'll let it go into the end zone. It's a touchback for the second time this afternoon for Doane. And starting at their own 25-yard line will be the Graceland Yellow Jackets. Let's take a quick little recap of the scoring for Graceland in this game. It was the first touchdown was a 22-yard touchdown throw from Cade Ross to Gerald Monroe. Then to make it 14-0, it was a 36-yard touchdown pass from Ross to Monroe, and then most recently a 55-yard touchdown pass on 4th down from who else but Ross to Monroe to make it 21-3. But Doane has fought back, and they trail by 11 early here in the second quarter. 9:51 to play, and the sun is out over the field here in Lamoni, Iowa. Taking the snap and play action is Ross. He rolls to his right side, gets to the sideline, and throws it out of bounds. Good coverage there by the Tigers. A bunch of different players were in there to make the play. And there was number 20, Cooper Hancock, number 28, Brendan Knapp, as well as number 0, Jackson Seward. And Seward has had a few good plays defensively so far in this game. The strong safety. A senior out of St. Paul, Nebraska. So now it's 2nd and 10 for Graceland following the incompletion. Trips on the near side, one-on-one on the far side, and they're going to take a shot down the far sideline. This pass is caught on the far sideline, and breaking tackles and getting out to the 40-yard line in the 30. Christian Constantine to the 10-yard line. He's wrapped down at the 9-yard line. He makes an athletic catch over Ryan Michael, the safety, and then breaks a few tackles and gets inside the 10-yard line. It's a big gain on the play for Graceland on 2nd and 10. Graceland knocking on the doorstep here, trying to fight back and get a touchdown of their own. Ball will officially be placed at the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal. The end zone is now the first down for Graceland if they want it. They came up to the line quickly, but now they look over to the sideline. 8:50 to go in the second quarter. Trips on the near sideline for Ross. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Ross to run it himself, goes to the end zone for Monroe, and it's incomplete. Just over the head of Monroe. In there in the coverage is Seward. And it's 2nd and goal now for Graceland. Looks like the referee motioning something in the middle of the field here around the 25-yard line, but it's still 2nd and goal. So Graceland playing very well on the rush, or rather on the passing offense. Their rushing offense hasn't really gotten to where they want it to be quite yet in this game, but their passing has been immaculate. 3 receivers on the near side, one-on-one on the far side. Monroe is on the far side. Man in motion is number 6, Reggie Wilson. Comes back across the offensive line. They take the snap. Ross looking to the end zone, gets pressured, now rolls out of the pocket. There's a flag on the play, and this is going to be holding. It's in the end zone for a touchdown, but this is coming back, folks. There's a flag on the play. Christian Constantine on the catch for the touchdown, but this is going to be holding on Graceland. It looks like it's going to be number 52 on the hold. That's what it seems like. Number 52 is Cooper Darby, the freshman. Yep. So number 52 gets called for the hold, and that touchdown pass will be eliminated. Christian Constantine thought he had his first touchdown catch of the season, and you know what? He might get another one, but it's a real shame for Graceland fans. They could have just had a quick drive and given the ball right back to Doane, but that's just a mental mistake, biting themselves in the butt there. So now they're backed up at their own 20-yard line, 2nd and goal. This is a long way to go here. So let's see what they have in store here. 8:36 to go. Trips on the near side, one-on-one on the far side. Ross to take the snap. Looks to the near side, quick throw to Monroe in the flat. Juking his way across the 20 down to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 1 on the play, and it's 3rd and 19 technically. But technically it's 3rd and goal. They have to get down in the end zone to score. So Doane, it would have been a touchdown for Graceland, but they may have just been saved by the holding call. Okay, Graceland could have extended lead 28-10. But you know what? Doane could get a stop here and force a field goal. And it would be kind of a long field goal as well for Graceland if there's no gain on the play. Ball at the 19-yard line, 3rd and goal for Graceland. And it's Cade Ross going 5 wide. Trips on the far side, 2 receivers on the near side. Ross takes a snap. It's a low snap. Ross picks it up, rolls to his left, looking to the end zone, goes to the end zone, and the ball is incomplete. Intended for Reggie Wilson. It went in and out of his hands, and it's 4th and goal. So that pass was right on the money. Right on the money by Cade Ross to Reggie Wilson. And Reggie Wilson's had a good game so far. You're surprised that it bounced right off of his mask. and incomplete. I mean, it's a little surprising given the fact that he's had an amazing game so far. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, Graceland's looking like they're going to go for this on 4th and goal from the 19-yard line. If this isn't a testament to how explosive Graceland's offense can be, I don't know what is. 3 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. 4th and goal from the 19 for Cade Ross. They might be trying to draw Doane off sides, and Graceland calls a timeout with 7.5 minutes to go. So we'll see what the call is for Graceland if they decide to go for this on 4th and goal, or if they kick the field goal and extend their lead to 14 points. We'll be right back after this quick 30-second break on All Red 99.5. Welcome back to a beautiful, beautiful day in Lamoni, Iowa. About 3.5 hours away from Crete. And it is a beautiful day. It's cloudy, but the sun is coming through the clouds in the mid-80s right now. And, I mean, this really, the stadium is put in a beautiful place. Behind the football field is the soccer field for the team, or for the college, I should say. And then right behind the football field over to the right is a pond and a golf course. If someone shanks a golf shot in any way, there could be a rogue golf ball that flies onto the field. So if that was me out there, there would be a lot of golf balls on that field given my golf play. So 4th and goal from the 20-yard line, 5 wide for Cade Ross. Takes a snap, looking to the end zone here. They got to get in the end zone. They go for the end zone, and the pass was intended for Monroe, but it's overshot and incomplete. Turnover, and Doane's defense stops Graceland in their tracks. I am very surprised that Graceland decided to go for a 4th and goal from the 19-yard line. It would have been Alex Tuyo who comes out to kick it, but he's already 3 for 3 on extra points today. It's a little surprising that they went for it that far away from the end zone. But Doane will take it, and us as fans will take it as well. So Doane will start from their own 19-yard line on 1st and 10. And Frazee Wynn is back out onto the field after not having played for 2 offensive drives. He's back on the field, lined up to the right of Kerwin. Man in motion is number 2. Kerwin takes a snap, quick throw. It's a screen pass caught by Payne. He gets out across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Officially, they'll mark him down at the 28, a gain of 8 on the play, and it's 2nd and 2. And Doane is ramping up the tempo here. G-Bucket Garcia, one of the wide receivers in motion on that play, number 2. Garcia and is lined up to the left side of Kerwin. 2 receivers on the far side, 2 on the near side. Kerwin takes a snap, looks to the far sideline. It's caught by Payne, and he gets enough for a first down. The ball is free. It's scooped up by Doane, but he's going to be ruled down by contact at the 32. It'll be a first down. Gain of 4 on the play. Well, Doane is really playing good offense right now, folks. They are looking super good. Short passes. But when they see something downfield, Kerwin does not hesitate in any way, shape, or form to take a deep shot to one of his receivers. He trusts his team wholeheartedly, and he's a great leader, too. Saying some audibles out on the field right now to his team. Trips on the far sideline for Kerwin. Kerwin takes a snap, looks to the nearest sideline, takes a shot. Up for grabs. It's intended for Joaquin Gutierrez, and he makes the catch at the 30-yard line. What a throw. And I know you folks at home can't hear it, but the Doane crowd on the far side of the field are standing on their feet and cheering very loudly over there. Nice play by the Tigers. Solid 25-yard completion from Kerwin to Joaquin Gutierrez. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line in Graceland territory. Here is Kerwin. He'll throw it for the 3rd straight play. Getting pressured, and he's pressured in the backfield, and he's going to be sacked. Sacked down by a combination of Yellow Jackets. One of the guys in there to make the sack was Charles Phoenix, number 91. So Phoenix got in there, gets his first sack of the game. Actually, the first sack of the season on Doane's offensive drives. So 2nd down and long now. It looks like it's a 6-yard loss on the play, so it's 2nd and 16 from the Graceland 37-yard line here for Doane. Here's Kerwin to throw. The pass is batted up in the air, and it's intercepted. Batted up off a defensive lineman's hand, and it's picked off by number 15, Brett Whitehall. So Doane was looking super good on that drive, but all it takes is one hand up in the air to deflect the ball, and it was not looking good for Doane in that play. Nice interception by Whitehall, the junior, who dove and made the pick. First interception thrown of the season by Cruz Kerwin. And you hate to see it because that one, quite frankly, wasn't really his fault. Just a good play by the defensive line of Graceland. So Graceland now at their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10 after the interception. Ross with Thomas lined up to his left. Trips on the far sideline. They hand it off to Adarius Thomas, and he gets into the secondary and bounces upfield into Doane territory. Nice gain of 13 yards on the play, out to the Doane 47-yard line, 1st and 10. Darius Thomas, really good season last year. And it's a big help. When your passing offense is as good as it is, the defensive team at least, will put their defense favoring passing defense, and then they run it, and Thomas can get some good yards. They fake the handoff. Ross takes a shot down the near sideline, and the pass is incomplete, intended for Constantine. Good defense on the play by Kellen Meyer, the cornerback for the Doane Tigers. And you know what? Meyer never turned around on that play, but it hit him right on the back. I mean, right on the number right there. That's a good breakup there for Meyer. Never even gave Constantine a shot to catch that football. And that's the matchup here on the near sideline right now. Constantine versus Meyer. Trips on the far sideline. Running back in the backfield with Ross is Adarius Thomas. So they look over to the sideline with 14 on the play clock, 4:05 to go in the first half. Ross to take the snap, play action. They look to Constantine. Ross now will take off himself and run it across the 40, out of bounds at the 39-yard line. That is a yard short of the first down, and it's going to be 2nd and 2 here. The clock will run under 4 minutes. This presentation of Doane football is sponsored by Heat Sports Shop, online at heatsports.com, Fisher's Beer, Wine and Spirits in Crete, and Jay's Oil and Propane in Crete. Thank you for all of our sponsors sponsoring this presentation of Doane Tiger football on Old Red 99.5. 3rd and 2, I should say. Doane could get a stop here. They hand it off to Adarius Thomas, and he gets enough for a first down out to the 35-yard line. That's a nice pickup of 4 yards on the play, and it's 1st and 10 for Graceland. Well, right now, Graceland is predominantly rushing the football on this drive. It was a big pass play, or rather, it was a big running play, I should say, from Adarius Thomas, which brought them into Doane territory, and he's actually picked up every yard of this drive so far, aside from Cade Ross, who picked up 2. Low snap for Ross, play action, looks down the near sideline. It's Constantine, he's there. Did he make the catch on the sideline? They say he did at the 8-yard line. Christian Constantine, guarded by Kellen Meyer, but Constantine makes a acrobatic catch and gets 1 foot in bounce. They're down to the 16-yard line in Doane territory. In the red zone here for only the second time for in today's contest, and they were in the red zone last time they had the football, and they went for it on 4th and goal at the 19-yard line after a penalty. But 1st and 10, we get a flag on the play from the far side official. And this might be false start here on Graceland. Yep. So it's going to go on a false start on Graceland. It'll be on number 13, Alex Beard, lined up in the slot, just a freshman. So he's in his first game in his collegiate career. So a loss of 5 on the play, and it's 1st and 15 from the 21-yard line, or rather the 16-yard line, I should say. They have to get down inside the 1 to pick up a first down. Graceland's offense has been very explosive today. Trips on the far side, one-on-one on the near side. It's Kellen Meyer lining up against Gerald Monroe. And oh boy, in the run by Adarius Thomas, he picked up a few yards and the ball is free, and it's going to go, looks like, to Doane. Let's see here. Yeah, that's going to be a fumble. It's going to be Doane football here. Wow. 2:07 to go in the first half, and Graceland fumbles the football. It's Adarius Thomas who picked up 3 on the play, and then he fumbled the football, and now Doane will have the ball at their own 15-yard line. Now this is late half offense here for Doane. Not a lot of time here, but they still have 3 timeouts. Trips on the far sideline, one-on-one on the near side. Snap taken, quick throw in the flat, it's incomplete. Kerwin, that was intended for number 16, Brendan Lambert. It was a simple screen pass, and it's incomplete. And Doane, it looks like whenever they line up, it looks like a triangle formation on the far sideline. It's trips, but whenever they do that, the front 2 guys usually go blocking, and the back receiver will usually be the one to catch the football on a screen pass, and they're going with the same formation on the far sideline. This might be another screen pass here for Doane. Kerwin takes the snap, looking, faking the handoff, and now he does hand it off to Wynn, who bounces out to the 20-yard line, picks up about 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and long, 3rd and 6 coming up here for Doane with 1:50 to go. Doane not using timeouts here. So we'll see what ends up happening here for the Tigers. They need to get all the way to their own 26-yard line right now at their own 20. 3rd and 6. The Graceland student section right below me getting a little louder down there. Graceland sends blitz. Kerwin to throw. Takes a shot down the field. It's up for grabs. It's almost intercepted. Just dropped on the play. In there, almost making the pick, was number 31, Isaiah Slaughter. Went right in and out of his hands. And the pass was intended on the play by number 86, Caleb Schnell, who couldn't locate the ball there on the deep pass. 1:23 to go in the first half. And you know what, Graceland, depending on how this punt ends up going from Meyer, Graceland might have really good field position here. Standing back at his own 45-yard line to return it will be will be Trey Blake, the sophomore. Mayer takes a snap. High kick up in the air. This is a good punt here. And taken at the 39-yard line by Blake. Gets to the outside. Cuts back. And is dragged down eventually by a bunch of Doane Tiger players at the Graceland 44-yard line. And that is where the Yellow Jackets will start with 1:06 to go in here the first half. No timeout on the play. No official timeout, I should say. The score line reads Graceland 21, Doane 10. Doane has had a few chances in this game. And most recently, it was Doane with a great offensive drive, but the ball was tipped in the air on a passing play and intercepted by the Yellow Jackets, which could have actually put even more points on the board for Doane. And if they got a field goal on that play, it could have brought them within a single score. It would have been an 8-point game. So here's Doane, their defense back out on the field. Graceland's offense out on the field. Cade Ross takes a shot down the field. He's got Monroe there. It's caught by Monroe inside the 10. Touchdown. And a late hit. This is going to get a flag here. Late hit by Kellen Meyer. Touchdown by Monroe. And oh boy, Meyer needs to be careful here. Multiple flags coming out on the play. There's going to be at least a flag on Meyer for a late hit on Monroe after the touchdown. And there's pushing and shoving down all the way at the 10-yard line. Graceland coaching staff coming out and pushing their players back, making sure that they don't do anything foolish. This is going to be at least a late hit penalty on Kellen Meyer for the Tigers. Don't know what the other flags for that came in late. Might be on Graceland for unsportsmanlike conduct after the play. The refs are determining the call right now. Right now, 2 refs currently talking to head coach Patrick Ross of the Yellow Jackets. He doesn't like the call as he walks back to the near sideline. The touchdown pass officially goes for 53 yards from Cade Ross to Gerald Monroe. Monroe has his 4th touchdown catch of the game. Well, the 4 referees right now in a big circle at the 15-yard line, and they are really taking a long time to determine what the call is. I mean, we already know what one call is. It's a late hit on Doane. We have that for certain. And we don't know what the other flag's about. There's 3 flags right now on the field. One's at the 8-yard line, one's at the 9, and then one's at the 26. So one ref saw something far away from the other 3 refs and threw his flag pretty far away. That one's separated from the other 2. Offsetting penalties on both teams. It's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on number 9, Kellen Meyer. And it's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct on number 1, Cade Ross. Both players' first unsportsmanlike conduct. You know what happened at the end of that play? Kellen Meyer, after Monroe went into the end zone with the touchdown, he pushed Monroe after he was in clearly. A late hit right there, unsportsmanlike conduct. But then Cade Ross, after throwing the touchdown pass, ran all the way from the 50-yard line, all the way to the goal line, and went right up in Kellen Meyer's face, started trash-talking him, started pushing him. And you know what? I mean, quite simply, as a quarterback, you can't do that. You just cannot do that. That would have been a penalty on Doane. Would have given Graceland great field position on the kickoff. But your starting quarterback is the one that makes that play. You just cannot do that if you're the starting quarterback. That's simply just not, doesn't really make any sense. But this is going to be a field goal here after the touchdown. 57 seconds to play in the first half. We'll see the kick from Alex Tuyo. He's already 3 for 3 on extra points today and make it 4 for 4. So the score, Graceland 28, Doane 10. We'll be back quickly after a 30-second break with 57 seconds to go in the first half after a big touchdown pass here for the Yellow Jackets. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Doane football. The sun is out and shining across the field here in Lamoni, Iowa. A lot of plays just ensued. If you're just joining us, it was a 53-yard touchdown pass from Cade Ross to Gerald Monroe, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, Ross's 4th touchdown pass of the game. Then after the play, it was the defensive back Kellen Meyer who had a late hit on Monroe, drew up an unsportsmanlike conduct flag. Then Cade Ross ran from the 50, the starting quarterback for the Yellow Jackets, and started pushing Meyer, which ended up drawing up his unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Penalties offset. Graceland will kick it from their own 35-yard line, and it's 28-10 in favor of Graceland. Let's play some football. This one bounces in the end zone. Those penalties took a long time to get the action resuming. But we have 57 seconds to go in the first half. Doane trailing by 18 points. They brought the score within 11. And then it was a few turnovers here and a few punts, which has allowed Graceland to get back into the lead by 18 points. So Doane, 3 timeouts, 57 seconds to go. Will they decide to take a few deep shots here on this play? 2 on the near side, 1 on the far side. Kerwin takes a snap. They'll hand it off to Frazee Wynn, bouncing to the outside. Actually, it's Tristan Graff who ends up picking up a solid gain of about 9 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 1. The clock's going to run down. And it seems as though Doane is trying to bring this down to the half. I look over at the far sideline where the Doane team is. They have the entire defensive staff and the entire defense huddled together in a circle talking about something. This is a handoff to Tristan Graff, and he's able to pick up the first down. Gain of 3 on the play out to the 37-yard line, but the clock continues to run with 27 seconds to go. And odds are, pending no penalties, no fumbles, most likely we'll go into the halftime break with a 28-10 Graceland advantage. Clock starts to run. This looks like this will be a run potentially here for Wynn. No, Kerwin to throw. Looking down the field. Takes a shot down the field. It's almost intercepted again. In and out of the hands of Justin Hooper. Pass was intended for Jeremiah Payne, number 13. And if Payne would have gotten that ball, I mean, that would have been a touchdown. Because Justin Hooper completely went after that one. And if that would have fizzled its way to Payne, that could have been a touchdown right there on one of the last plays of the half for Doane. And now they're on a 2nd and 10. And you'd think that they would just run the ball here. Lined up in the shotgun. Taking the snap. They hand it off to Tristan Graff, cutting up field and quickly getting met by the entire Graceland defense. Loss of 2 on the play, and that will bring us to the half. As the clock runs down, and we'll hit triple zeros here in Lamoni, Iowa. An interesting first half here for these two teams. A lot of tension, to say the least, between these two teams. Some unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, a few pushing and shoving moments from both teams as well. But all in all, no ejections, no injuries, which is a good sign. And the score at half, the Graceland Yellow Jackets 28 and your Doane Tigers 10. We will be right back for a halftime recap after this. This is Doane Tigers football halftime on Ole Red 99.5.